Brendan, do you think Dustin Poirier's last fight should be against someone like Nate Diaz?
No. Oh, sorry.
No, I don't think Nate Diaz has earned it. He's coming off a loss to Jake Paul. He's not currently in the UFC.
Either to Poirier.
I think no, it's a terrible idea. I think Dustin, because he beat the shit out of him, dude. His last fight should be a award. It should be a reward for Dustin.
Oh,
this is his last one. You don't have him fight a guy in the pinnacle of his career, so he goes out on a low note.
Well,
were they asking me or Brian? I'll take it. So I think Dustin should fight a guy like Max Holloway for like the BMF title, something like that. Now that Max is more well-rounded at 155, like Max.
Didn't they already do that though?
But it was Max going from 140. He was a natural 145er going up to 55. But when at 55 now, like he's in his body, he's older. Like 55 is a great home for Max. He looked phenomenal against Justin Gaethje. So I think Max versus Dustin makes a lot of sense.
See, I think Dustin still has a lot of fight in him. And the reason I say that is he lasted a very long time against Makhachev. And his boxing and striking's really good. And I actually would like to see him against Poirier because that to me is an interesting idea. It's kind of an interesting.
It's not what you do on someone's last hooray fight, send off fight.
Because it's a bad fight for him.
You don't do that. You don't give him a guy in the pinnacle of career champion. Also, for Poirier, it makes no sense in any facet.
Okay.
You couldn't get Poirier to sign that contract.
No.
Poirier's looking for belts.
Yeah.
Jose Mendoza 85 wants to know you guys' opinion on the GFL. Will it be bigger than Bellator?
Bellator was pretty big back in the day till they messed some shit up, It just depends on their TV right deals and how they go about matchups and stuff like that. And getting out, like how good's their social media. They have some big name fighters, the venues, the promotion, there's so many things have to go right to survive. Bellator was big and like Strikeforce was big. So, they're fighting an uphill battle there.
I got to know, I had dinner with Chris Lytle.
Okay.
Good guy. Do you know him?
Yes.
Yeah, good guy.
But what's he have to do with GFL?
I was thinking about older fighters, but he's 50. He's not going to fight. But he's had
He's not in
fights.
GFL?
No, I'm saying, I was just thinking about older fighters. And he's a commentator on bare knuckle boxing, I think.
Maybe.
Good guy.
He commentates on a few, yeah.
What do you think about GFL, though, B, to the question?
I mean, I think I'd have to see the numbers on what people are in, what people kind of think about these old legacy fights and these old legacy fighters and how well they
in 2025, because remember, Bellator got big because they would do, Hoist Gracie, Kensha, like these old school fights.
Yeah.
But now there's so much MMA. I don't know if you can survive today doing that. I don't know. We're going to find out because they got the money backing. They got the roster.
Yeah.
They got the names behind it. I think they announced the TV right deals, which it'll get announced soon here. So they're doing the damn thing. Someone's going to do it. There's a big pie there, so they could do it. It's just, it's an uphill battle, man.
Yeah.
We'll see what then the market's going to let you know.
Yeah.
This question is for Brian. Eric L. Barton wants to know, do people still send Brian milkshakes and say sweet tart?
They sure
Tart
do.
and ass.
They sure do. I'll have people say, this drink is for you because you're a sweet tart and ass. And I'll be like, damn it.
That came from Sasso, yeah?
No, I came from Dalia.
Dalia.
That kid can say something and it just sticks. His sweet tartan ass.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I had these kids do that to me. They were like, dude, this is for you because you are a sweet tart. And it was this big frosty drink. I was like, those
frosty drink. I haven't heard that in a while.
Yep.
I think we used to have sweet tartan ass merch.
Tartan ass. Yeah.
Okay, this is for both of you. Rocket
Donnie,
Man
no.
Luke wants to know, what's your vision for the podcast over the next 5 years? Kind of broad.
I'm glad you asked that because we don't necessarily have a vision, but we probably should have one. We're gonna do some revamping and some thinking.
I have some ideas as far as like revamping things, in Austin, stuff like added more value to the show.
I'll be a senior citizen by then, so
Yeah.
there is that.
Yeah, and I have to calculate if Brian passes away.
We might do a bingo thing. We'll do a bingo section.
Yeah, but that's a good question. It just all depends, the lay of the land when we get to all stuff like that. But
Yeah.
Okay, this one is silly, but again, multiple people sent something like this in. The Rustic Fig wants to know which one of your wives would win in the octagon.
Well, my wife is a cheerleader and strong, can do backflips and flips, and she was a competitive diver. So she's pretty in her body, and she's a fierce little thing.
Joanna's super athletic and Mexican. Be a good fight.
Be a good fight. Be a good fight. They like each other a lot, though.
Yeah.
But it'd be a good fight. Because they're both girly, but it'd be...
Joanna's
they're both
powerful
tough.
too, yeah.
They're both tough.
Yeah. And she's shredded just naturally. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe's
Freak.
comes from athletic stock.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a hilarious question.
Yeah, and few people sent it in.
But my wife's actually super athletic. She does a lot of stuff. Very in her body.
Colin Sr. wants to know, Brendan, do you ever think you'll go back to comedy?
I get this all the time. I can't picture a world where I would have time to do it. There's a few factors that go into it. A, like in order to get good at stand-up, the amount of time that you have to spend doing it, like Monday through Sunday. Like you got to realize, like when you guys saw me do comedy, Brian's been doing it for 30 years. Rogan's been doing it for 30. Anyway, Theo's been doing it for 25. You know, Shane Gill's been doing it for 20. Schultz 20. Santino 20. So I'm behind the 8 ball. So not only just to even touch the tip of the iceberg, I have to do so much work just to get even fucking at any level, and I just don't have the time.
You also don't miss it.
I miss the hang. Sometimes I'll miss certain things about it, but overall I don't miss it.
Yeah.
And then I would miss my kids' sports. It's just not worth it.
Okay.
And I don't miss the travel. That was the worst part of stand-up. And the late nights. I came in bed by 8:30. I've never been healthier, never been happier. It just doesn't make sense for me. I'll do live firing the kids every now and then, but not if you made me commit to it like once a week. I would hate that.
Okay. Another one for you, B. Pics of Me Roland wants to know, what is the exact dollar amount it would take Brendan to fight one more fight in the UFC?
Ooh. I'll answer the question as his agent. I'll answer the question as his agent. We got to start at $1 million.
No.
Hold on. Hold
chance.
on. We got to start at the negotiating table at $1 million.
No. You're terrible.
Hey. I know I'm saying lowest was we're going to consider, but
No, not a chance.
Now, I know what the number is. We start at $5 million, but I'm saying if you're not coming at the table with at least $1 million, we can't have a conversation. After taxes, it's 500 G's, bro.
Yeah, not a chance.
For one fight?
Not a chance. No.
Wow.
No.
Really?
No.
For one fight?
No, 500 grand?
Yeah. It's a lot of money.
Oh, no.
If you invest it?
No, I'm crushing it, man. No.
Oh, you're crushing it.
Yeah, it's going well. You couldn't get me to fight for 500 grand.
Really?
Not a chance.
500 grand.
I got offered that, more than that.
How about $1 million?
No.
Not $1
Because
million?
then after taxes
I'm saying.
and
how
pain
about-
management.
All right, so if you have $1 million in the bank.
No, I still wouldn't do it. Wow. I'd have to stop everything. No. $5 million. $5 million would be the market.
$5 million?
$5 million.
To fight.
$5 million to fight.
The
5
starting
mil.
point or
No, just $5 million.
Can't
$5
work
million.
with you.
$5
bro.
million.
Can't manage
No.
anymore.
No, I know.
Yeah. We'll do $2 million because after taxes, if we're smart, you got 3 in the bank. Sir?
Yeah, $5
Sir?
million.
It's 5 months out of your life, 6 months out of your life.
It'd be a lot longer than that. I haven't fought in how many years? Yeah, 6 months ain't enough, Bubba.
So you need a year.
At least, yeah.
Of training.
And then I have to remember I have to get off all the shit I'm on. So then you got to get off that. You'd have to get your system
And
back.
also, you got to stop a lot of stuff, so you're going to lose money.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. We got to start at
I'd
5.
have to stop everything.
We gotta stop it.
Get off all the shit I'm on.
What we have to do is we have to have. No, I got it.
See, now
I
you're-
got it.
now
I got
see,
it.
you're not taking
Now
all
I'm
of it into
thinking, now I'm
consideration.
thinking. All right, listen. My boy's got to take a year off his life. If you can get me a number after taxes that has him working for leisure and not because he has to. If I got his kids' tuition paid, if I got his house paid, if I got a nice dividend every month off the money in the bank, now we can start talking. Now you're probably asking me what that number is. That number at the end of the day after taxes has got to come out to at least $7 million. And I hate to say it, but that's what goes on. And we're talking at least.
Promoters are going, oh, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could get injured.
There's a ton of
We have
stuff.
to stop a lot of stuff.
Yeah, man.
You can still podcast, but
Stuff get punched in the face. So the CT, what's
It's a
that look like?
lot.
You have to spar with professionals.
gotta see 10 mil at the end of the day. 10.
See, you
Gotta
start
see
off with
10.
a $1 million, see? And you were upset that I turned it down.
500 grand,
right?
fuck off.
500 grand for that?
500, fuck off.
Yeah. There you go. There's the energy. You could have got mad or you're like, really? You're like, you never find me.
I
I'm
know.
like,
And
no.
I'm thinking you have to take a lot of time off. It's like your CTE. You got it now. Give me 10, and then I got to see. I got to see some money too.
There's a lot that goes into it.
I got to see my
man.
friend have to train. It's going to hurt my
there's a
feelings.
lot that goes into
So I'll tell you
it.
what, 10 mil each after taxes, and we're good.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.